everybody to Pasadena and the majestic Rose Bowl, one of the unique settings in all of sport. This year's Rose Bowl, presented by Prudential, is a crucial part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 6 seed in this playoff, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the number 2 seed in the playoff, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. It's been a tremendous college football playoff so far, and it's down to this, the semifinals. Which team will head on to the national championship game? The kickoff team is out there, and here we go with this playoff semifinal game. Bringing it out, it's Daniels. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. And look, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. He's got some open field ahead. Hard running through a tackle. It's a big return off the INT. They steal their offensive possession.
What a job by this defense. Really confusing. The quarterback jumped in front of it, and they come up with an interception to get this game started. The question I have, Chris, can this quarterback, with all this hype, put that one behind him and get ready to play a good game the rest of the way?
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Ball handed off.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
The offense was given a short field. Now can the defense come up with a huge stop here on third down? Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. A sack in the play could not escape the pass rush.
Great call here going with that nickel defense, giving you more speed on the field on that third down and long. Nowhere to go. Gave the defensive line plenty of time to come up with that sack. Now it's fourth down and long.
And he's got it from 48 yards out, showing off with a big leg.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Daniels. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Pulls it in. It's Owens. Oh, great juke, and he's in the clear. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. And they tackle him, but not before a huge gain down near the 26.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Owens. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. They don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Looking to scramble. He'll throw it now. It's intercepted. Threw it across his body. It's a short return to make the tackle at 25. But what a play for this defense.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get him to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They love to stretch the lead here with a touchdown. Had to settle for 3 last time. The pass rush closing in. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Second down after that previous play.
Chris, the more we watch these spread offenses attack in today's game, it's not just about the vertical shots with the taller receivers on the outside. Defenses are challenged even more by those smaller slot receivers and their quickness in space.
They stop him at the 45, but that's good for a first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. Just a small gain. Look at it, 2nd and 9.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Boy, this one's on the offensive line, Chris. They've got to do a better job of protecting the franchise quarterback. This guy's as good as there is in the country, and they're letting this pressure get to their quarterback. You either get the ball out faster, or the offensive line's got to do a better job of taking care of their guy.
Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. The first down pickup tackle at the 45.
But the defense sits back in a zone coverage. Good job here by the quarterback, recognizing that soft coverage, and he hits the routine drag route underneath for a first down.
Play action here on first down. Caught quickly. Finds room at the 30. He's marked out of bounds after an excellent gain, but there is a flag on the field. This one might be coming back. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. The Broncos look to keep this drive moving. Here's the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Boise State 3, Texas A&M 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. Looking to throw. It's Nelson. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
What a hit there by the defender. Tough for the receiver to hold on to the football when he has that kind of contact. Good, clean play by the defense.
The offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Dropping back. They're going to throw for the first down. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. And that's a solid return after the interception.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
The sure hands. It's Hudson. Oh, what a move to break into the clear. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41.
Well, it's one thing to hear about how fast this receiver is in the scouting report and look at him on film all week. The defensive coordinator tells you, get ready, this guy can run. And then the reality comes, and this guy can fly. You see it again here. Nice catch.
First down, looking to throw the ball. The pocket breaking down.
Chris, I love the patience here by the quarterback. He's waiting for something to happen downfield, but it's not there. Then you see the athletic ability to be able to pick up some good yards.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Grab behind the line. It's Owens. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a game, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
The offense now operating in empty. Dropping back. It's Lagway. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
The short completion of the tight end. And a big game before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, the quarterback does everything right except pitch the football. The defensive end's going to take him, which is great. That's what you want. But you got to get that ball out quicker to not allow that defensive end to make that play.
Here's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
Well, mistake by the quarterback of putting that up in the air, but a great play by the free safety. You know, you sit back and cover 3. The center fielder is the free safety. He's got his eyes on the quarterback, and when that ball is released, he's got to show an athletic ability to be able to go find the football and come down with it for an interception.
They bring him down, but he reaches the 30-yard line.
How about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for big gain.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
We've reached the 2-minute warning. We'll have to see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Here's the second down play. Looking to throw. It's Nelson. And here comes a deep shot. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's third down.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Bringing pressure. Escapes the pocket. They'll bring him down short of the marker, and now it's going to be fourth down.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
They'll kick it away here. And he lets it land, and it'll just bounce out of bounds. And the Texas A&M offense heads back out onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Looking to pass here on second down. He's looking to scramble. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. And looking for a big play here. The catch is made for a huge pickup. Explosive gain across midfield. They'll spot it about the 35. And the offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Scanning the field. It's Lagway. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Plenty of time back there in the pocket. He's going to throw to the right. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Love this quarterback's athletic ability and the way he can create and improvise. Unfortunately here, he just didn't locate the defender, and he throws the interception.
They'll try the right here. Get some space around the 30. They moves the ball to about the 45. That's good for a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. He'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. And the Broncos looking to crank up the tempo a bit. He'll hand it off. And they try the middle, but stuffed for no gain. Offense stops the clock with their 2nd timeout to talk strategy.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They're backed up here trying to make something happen on the 3rd and long. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. It's picked off. He tried to fire the ball into a tight window. They bring him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense near midfield.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Brought down, but broken tackle to produce a solid gain there. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. To the air, it's Lagway. He's got a lot of time. Now sends this one deep to the right. And the deep shot falls incomplete. But wait, there is a flag on the play, so we'll check that out. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Wow, back-to-back deep shots. And the pass ball is incomplete in the final play of this first half. The minute's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Aggies will kick it away to get us going in the second half. So it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. First down here for this offense. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. First play of the drive, they're going to throw the football. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
What's the play call here on 2nd down for this offense? From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Extending the play now. Slides to avoid the big hit.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but man, make the play, bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it here. And it's caught. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage.
That's a great feeling when your quarterback can make a throw that keeps the drive alive. Not as good as a touchdown, but it's a lot better than having to trot over to the sideline, waiting for your turn to get another chance.
And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Handoff to the back. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What is an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Ninth play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Back to pass. It's Nelson. He's going to take off here. Slides down to avoid the tackle.
Chris, watch him work through his progressions here. Finds the first and the second option aren't there. By the third option, he's got to pull it down and try to pick up some positive yards, which he did, and then he slides down to avoid the big hit.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. On the run here. Lets it go. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a 1st and goal. Here's a 1st and goal. Finally a chance to score the first touchdown of this game. Handoff in a single back formation. That's a nice tackle there by the senior. They've been in the red zone 3 times and have 3 points to show for it. Can they punch it in here on 2nd and goal? Makes a quick grab. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this, they're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Kicking team out for the PAT try. The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Look at the time in the pocket. Finally delivers to the left. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up with a 1st down. Fresh set it down for the offense. 1st down. Looking to pass. It's leg way. And it's incomplete. Even in a 1st down throw, he was under some heavy pressure.
I think he predetermined where to go with his football. Really didn't give himself a chance to work through his progressions, locked into his primary, tried to force it in there. It doesn't work out.
That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no flag, brings up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Looking to chuck it again. Pressure is coming. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide.
Well, Chris, that's a great example of why we see these college football coaches bringing in baseball coaches to teach these quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy? Make sure he doesn't get hurt. That's exactly what he did on that.
All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they get set now to try the PAT. PAT up and good. They get a little bit closer. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So a touchback will start at the 25. And here comes the Boise State offense back out on the field. The passing game was clicking beautifully in the last drive, right down for a touchdown. Let's see if they can do it again. He's hit as he throws it. And that's incomplete. Even on a first down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure.
And I am so impressed with the athletic ability and speed of this defense. Quarterback does a pretty good job of keeping the play alive, scrambling off to his right. But that defensive speed and their aggressive
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. Heads out of bounds after a solid game. More than enough to pick up a first down.
quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. Looking right, this one caught. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Minimal gain brought down short of the marker.
Now, I like the run play here, and offensively at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Dropping back, it's Nelson. Short connection to the tight end here. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down. Well, the huge hit there, you half expected to see the ball come loose, but a great job to hang on to.
Boy, great concentration by the tight end to be able to come up with that catch, but the defense showing how physical they are. When that tight end gets his hands on the ball, they are going to lower the boom.
And they'll keep it on the ground, trying to run some clock. Brought down to the 27. It's a first down. This offense really threatening now.
And that's going to be a first down, and really, Chris, kind of surprised here in the fourth quarter not to see this defense dial up some pressure. They're just sitting back in the base, making it relatively easy for the offense to pick up a first down on the ground.
Got a lane. Can he get in? And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Boise State.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Extra point, up and good. A double-digit lead now here in the fourth quarter. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. We'll call for the fair catch here. And here comes the Texas A&M offense back on the field. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Running out of time in the pocket. And the sophomore's got him for a sack.
Chris, that's on the offensive line right there. They definitely have to be feeling responsible because it's almost like you didn't protect your little brother back there.
Defense is coming after him. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks. The Aggies looking to crank up the tempo a bit. Defense not pressing this time. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. He's running out of time here. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in the football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. We've reached the 2-minute warning here. This offense needing to score and then get the football back. And the Boise State offense is back out on the field. They're in pretty good position. It's a 2-possession game, and they now put this game on ice. They'll hand it off. Runs through the defender.
Yeah, I like this call here late in a game like this with the lead. Nothing too fancy, just right up the middle. Trust that offensive line and this running back and just keep working that clock.
Here comes a crucial 2nd down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. And the offense will just take a knee.